Hello everyone and welcome to Stitching Ain't Easy. My name is Ashley. Thank you so very much for joining me today. So today is Tuesday. So we are currently, it's July. So we are, several of us anyway, should I say, are in the middle of making our mystery, or Solving Ain't Easy mystery blanket. So we have that going on this morning, or this month. And other than that, I've just kind of had some random stuff, so I thought it'd be a good time to bring you a Crochet Ramblings. So, it's wild, and I mean to say this every time and I forget. We're on like number 52 or something at this point, which is just crazy. Okay, we rolled over number 50, and I went to say something because it's kind of a big deal, and I didn't, but we are like 50. I think this one's 52, maybe even 53 at this point. I'm not sure. I do know my hair's looking a little wild this morning. I just did maintenance and I feel like I need to do it again. So that's a thing. Alright, so if you didn't know, I crochet my hair as well. So, alright. So yeah, I just thought I would bring a quick little Crochet Ramblings to you all, number 50 something, which is wild. And it's not going to be a lot. I'm probably going to put a couple photos at the end, because I have one thing here that I can show you. One thing is in Squirrely Dan's room. One thing here I can show you. One thing is in Bee's room. So, it is the morning. They are still asleep. So yeah, so I just thought that, hey, why not? I'll just do this real quick, and then be able to say hello to you all this morning. So, I have a doctor's appointment here in just a little bit, and I think that's kind of really what this is. I just got on here so I wouldn't be nervous. So, hi, how are y'all? Alright, so, as far as our, this one's a surprise. I'm going to save it for last. Anyway, as far as our Solving Ain't Easy blanket, I've had a lot of fun with that. So, what we're doing is we're doing it just like our usual family blanket. So, there are 5 of us, my husband, my kiddos, myself, and they each somewhat pick an activity. We've stuck to that sort of. And anyway, they pick a color, a yarn for each night, and I add it to our blanket. Several of you are doing something. One of you, I still haven't got to reveal that surprise yet. One of you is making the blanket just like ours, which I think is so cool. And so yeah, so I have a few of you that are making a blanket or a spooky something to go along with it. I've had a whole lot of fun with this, and I really hope that you guys have had fun with this. I really would like to do this next year, if that's something that y'all are into. I feel like creepiness in July, sure, you know. So here is our list. Here at my desk. But here's our list of our suspects, our scenes, and our weapons. So we're very professional around here with our cardstock. And so that's who we have left. So I need to mark some folks off. We're getting on into it. And so here in just a little bit, I'm going to make another video and we'll mark some people off. So it's very exciting. So yeah, we started out with 9 suspects, 9 locations because we're in Normville at a party, and 6 weapons. So, so far, this is what I have. I still have one more color to add to it before I get there, but that's alright. I'm going to take it to the doctor with me and hopefully get it. So this is what we have so far, and I love it so much. I still have the purple, or no, the black with the green and blue metallic flecks to add to it, and then also the purple had the metallic flecks in it, the sparkles with the sparkles. And so yeah, and I really do want to do some sort of applique right here. I don't know what, but I feel like it needs something, but I think it's beautiful. I love it so much already. It looks so cool. So yeah, so currently adding Big Twist Orange. I'm using my 5.5 millimeter hook and 2 rounds of granny stitches. So I think it'll be a decent size. It's probably going to be like a lapkin. It's not going to be huge by any means, but that's all right. We usually use our family blankets and throw them on the couch or on the back of the chair or something, and they just look cute. So that's usually what happens with those. Just kind of a little extra, like oh, that's fun, little pop of color. Like there's crochet stuff all over our living room, so it's probably where that one will go. Also, I made this little dude. I'm not quite finished with him. I think I need to add another leg, so he still has the yarn needle and everything. So he is a whip, but he has little beady eyes when he is a jellyfish. And so you can see his legs. So he has the twisty, fun legs. And yeah, so this is our jellyfish dude. I want to make a few more of these before my next craft fair. I can have one at the end of July. I probably will have one at the end of July. I really can't decide if I want to have one at the end of July. I kind of wore myself out. I did 5 in a row, I think, and I kind of wore myself out. I sold a lot of stuff. It's wild looking back at videos before and seeing like all of the things that I had, and then now I can look through there and be like, sold that. It's kind of wild. So that part of it's really cool. It's a lot of work, y'all. It's a lot of work. And I discussed putting things on Etsy and all that, and we had a live the other day, and my beautiful Miss Jen, beautiful friend from Cinnamon Stitches, told me that she doesn't do that great on Etsy unless it's like a mystery box, which I could kind of see that being a thing. So plus they like take money for your listing and for your stuff, and Etsy's kind of a, I don't know, so I can't really decide. I do like craft fairs. I do like setting up, like, you know, the whole idea of it all and all those things. It's just, it's a lot of work. Anyway, I made him, and then I made a little rainbow looking one, and B swiped that one. So anyway, so I want to make a few more of these to go along with it. So I'm going to go grab my coffee real quick because it was like making coffee, and I will be right back. So all right, okay, much better. Much better, I feel like. My coffee, my Willie Nelson, Nilly Wilson, depending on what you call him, mug. Because what would Nellie Wilson do? You know what I mean? So, all right. So, yeah. So I really do like the craft fairs and the whole thing. It's just, it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And like I said, I don't know if I'm just going to the wrong ones. It feels like sometimes I go to a really, really great one, and sometimes they're not so great. So I can't really decide if it's me, if it's craft fairs, if people just don't have money right now, if I'm just going to the wrong ones. I don't know. So try to figure that out, I guess. But anyway, before craft fairs, another thing that I've been requested to make by several people, and I was just kind of like, all right, fine, at one point. And so I made 2, and then it was just like, I don't think this will really be like a good thing because I'm not supposed to sell these. So like, if, you know, things are trademarked and licensed and all that stuff, you can't sell them. But I've been asked by so many people, like, why don't you sell Pokeballs? You should really sell those, or like Pokemon or something, you know, different things like that, like Pokemon characters. And I was like, all right, fine, I'm gonna make Pokeballs. So I made 2, and I took them to one craft fair, and they didn't sell, and I was like, that's it. That's the only place I'm chancing it all. That was it. And so I brought them home. Squirrely Dan has one. This other one's up for grabs. I don't know who's taking it, but this is my other Pokeball, and they're not even that cute. This one looks like a weird like button shape or something, and then the other one was like an egg shape. Neither of them are all like they're supposed to be, but anyway, this is it. And then I also made a frog, and I told y'all about that on my live the other day. I made a frog while we were at a craft fair, and I sat there and made it and counted and all of those things, and it looks absolutely atrocious. Like, it's scary looking. It does not look like a frog at all. I know that the leggy froggies are a really big deal, but I wanted to make just like a chonky frog. He's not cute. I don't even know what he is. He's not cute. He looks more like a tadpole than a frog. Anyway, and I was just like, oh my gosh. And so Finn took that one. So they all got one of my crochet mistakes. So hey, although the jellyfish was okay. But anyway. Yeah, so they all got one of my things, and so that was fun. But anyway, yeah, the frog was not cute. I would like to try the pattern again whenever I'm not at a craft fair, and then maybe that way I can sit there and like be able to do it, because it's a really cute pattern, and I really like the chunky frogs better than I like the leggy frogs. So there you go. So yeah, I have this dude. I need to finish, make one more leg for him. This dude is going to one of the kids. I don't know who. If neither of them want it, I'll donate it. I'm sure like one of them will probably want it. Also, so excited. So B came to me the other day and told me that she wants to work on a spiderweb top. So it's like spiderweb sweater, and it is so dang cool. And so she was like, how hard would this be? And I was like, honestly, I was like, that's just chains. I was like, it's like a double crochet into a space and then chains. And she's like, okay. And I'm like, the ones that you've done already. And she's like, okay. So it starts in the round though, and so it's kind of difficult for her to like get that part started. So I think I'm just going to start it for her and do like the first little bit. But she started this. She's crocheted before, but she worked on this the other day, and I was so excited for her. So anyway, she did this. I just had her do like some double crochet, chain, double crochet, so that way she could kind of get the feel of it all. But anyway, so she made this, and she has the coolest little stitch marker, I would just like to point out. So just saying. Miss Juju made that, so check out. I don't know, she may be taking a break from her Etsy shop. I'm not sure right now, but anyway, she made that, and I let B use that one because I thought it was only appropriate. So I think I'm gonna go ahead. Like I said, we played around with it a little bit the other day, and I told you guys we were watching YouTube and all that stuff, and so I didn't get to my live on time. That's what we were doing. And so I think I'm just going to help her with the first couple of rows, and after that I feel like she'll be able to do it and get it down, and like, because crocheting in the round is hard, you know. And so I just wanted her to kind of get the feel of it. Like I said, she's crocheted, but it's been a little bit, so that way she just kind of felt it in her bones again, I guess. And so anyway, I think she's ready now, and I'm very excited. So yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the doctor whenever I get home today. I think that's what we're going to do. Is work on her sweater. So I'm very excited. And then this evening is my live at 5:30. After that, I think at some point Derek invited our neighbors over, and I think they're gonna have like a barbecue. I don't know what the heck they're doing. I think they're grilling. Anything food related is very intimidating to me, and so I don't know. I think they're grilling. I think I'm making okra salad, and that's really all that I know. So anyway, yeah, so we're gonna have a little excuse me, a neighbor party, and we'll probably end up watching a movie outside. We've done that, like I said, a few times this summer. It's been a lot of fun, but we'll probably end up doing that tonight too, watching a movie, sitting outside, hanging out with our friends. And yeah, but before that I have a live, and before that hopefully B and I will work on her sweater. But even before that I have a doctor's appointment, so just let y'all know my appointment today. I don't want to go. They have tried now for over a year, well over a year, to get me on a certain medication that isn't exactly for what I have, but it works sort of ish with what I have. And so it's really kind of scary, honestly, because it's not exactly for what I have, but it's in that realm. And so my doctors tried to get me on it, and they can't get it to go through. And I thought they got it the other day, and then the pharmacy called me and told me that no, they didn't have it, and then I needed to, or no, it wouldn't go through, and I needed to go to a specialty pharmacy. And I'm like, what does that mean? Like, what is a specialty pharmacy? And anyways, and she's like, well, they would have one in like this town or this town or this town. And I'm like, okay, like, can you call them? And so they're like, sure. And so they called, and then they called back, and they're like, actually, you and your doctor, like, you have to go to your doctor and have him fill out like all this paperwork. And I'm like, that's what he's been doing. He's been filling out paperwork. And they're like, yeah, you need to have him do this and this and this and this. And I'm like, well, can I just do this and that? You know, like, okay, fine. And they're, no, obviously. And I'm like, okay, well, whatever. So I called his office. And they're like, yeah, he needs to do all this stuff, but we're going to wait and make you an appointment to do it as opposed to just him doing it. I don't know why, okay? So that was a whole 3 weeks ago that they could have got my medicine for me and then can't because I need him to fill out papers. And so this morning I'm going up there with him, I don't know why, to fill out paperwork. And I think it's just silly. I had labs done last week, so I'll get the results of all of that. And hopefully be able to get on the medication. If not, I don't know. I mean, we keep having this conversation. If not, I really don't know. He doesn't know. He'll straight up just tell me that, like, I don't know. And he's retiring in December. So it's like, I don't even really want to mess with it. I don't even really want to talk about it with him anymore. It's like, it's like, I tell him my story and tell him all these things or whatever, and then I just feel like he's dipping out, which I understand. Like, you get overwhelmed and all those things, but this isn't the first time it's happened, and so it just gets to be really old. Like, and now we have to find a whole other doctor that's willing to listen to me and willing to pretend at least like they know what's going on, and it sucks. So hopefully he gets me on this medicine. But that's my fear, that even if I do, let's say, get on the medicine today, let's say it helps and it's amazing. Let's say in 6 months, whenever he leaves, or 5 months now, when he leaves, if I find a semi-decent doctor, what if they don't prescribe it to me? What if they don't prescribe me the medicine that he's had me on this whole time? Then what? Because every doctor's different. Trust me, I can attest to that. Part of them will listen to you, part of them won't. Part of them don't even know that you're there. Part of them don't even care if you're there. And then every 80th doctor, you'll get that one that'll listen to every 5th or 6th sentence and be like, okay, we can probably figure this out. So I'm really stressing out about finding a new doctor. He told me a couple of people, and he told me this. He's like, yeah, there's this one. He's like, she's just a nurse practitioner. And I'm like, I don't care. I'm fine with them, honestly. I think they're better than most doctors. And anyway, once again, if you're a doctor, please don't take offense. Also, if you're taking offense, you know what I mean? So anyway, I'm not a fan of doctors. I haven't been for a while. So if you are at all, whatever, then again, I'm sorry. But also, if you, yeah, all right. Anyway, yeah, so he was telling us about a nurse practitioner, and he's like, she's amazing. He's like, I just go in there and I tell her, this is going on and this is going on and whatever. And he's like, and she listens to me. And my husband's like, yeah, because you're a doctor. He's like, if we go in there, it's not going to be the same. He's like, she's not going to listen to us the way she listens to you. And my doctor was just like, oh, yeah, I guess you're probably right. I'm like, yeah, trust us. We've been from the tip top of the country all the way to the bottom of the country, everywhere in between. And no, we can't just roll up in there and be like, all right, so here's what I need. That's not a thing. I've had a doctor tell me that before. Go home, research, come back, tell me what you need. And I came back and told him, this is what I figure out. I think it's these things. And he's like, no, why on earth would I let you go home and research yourself and tell me what medications to put you on? And I was just like, my brain hurts so much. What? That's literally exactly what you said. Because I thought it was kind of weird too, because it was like, but I already came here. Why wouldn't you just diagnose me and help me out? And he had me go home, research what I needed, find medication, bring back options. And then immediately was like, why would I tell you to do that? Oh, okay. Why would I do that on my own free will? That's crazy talk. Oh, and I don't have good luck with doctors. The doctors I do have good luck with, there have been 3. And something always happens. Either they retire or something with insurance or every single time, something. So I don't know. I'm very nervous about this morning. I need to go get in the shower and get ready and do all that stuff. And I'm just like, because I really don't want to go. I really don't want to go talk about it anymore. I'm just like, I'm so sick of talking about what's wrong with me and me being sick and me being all of the things. Usually whenever like Derek or the kids even go on there, like he talks more about me than he does them because he just doesn't know what to do for me. And so that's what today is supposed to be, is like figuring out what the heck to do, but also I don't know what to do. Especially if this doesn't go through. If he can't get me on this medication, then I really don't know what to do. Just keep praying. That's all I know. So anyway, but yeah, like I said, he retires in 5 months, and then I have to find a whole different doctor. There is one, he's a chiropractor that does IV infusions with like nutrients, which I feel like would be a really, really good thing for me. It's just like between my doctor retiring and then going back to a chiropractic, like natural doctor, but there's nothing at all wrong with those, but that's where I started. And so that's what it all feels like. Honestly, it's like very, very like emotional because I feel like I'm just starting completely over. And yeah, I have an answer at least now, a decade later, well, 4 decades later, have an answer finally of what is wrong and what's going on with me. But if none of them can help me, then what does that really matter? You know, what's that answer really doing for me? So yeah, so we'll see. I don't know. So I just feel like I'm starting over. I feel like I'm being broken up with by another doctor. It's just being kicked out again by another doctor. And starting over with hopes. And at this point, I feel like I should just have definite paths. And I guess that's my own fault for thinking that. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, I'm going to let y'all go. Because I'm going to just keep talking about it and get myself even more upset. But anywho, shake it off. So I will let y'all know how all that goes. Hopefully well. And then whenever I get home, I'm gonna take my Solve and Easy blanket, work on it while I'm sitting there waiting. Probably while I'm in the doctor's office, because I usually do that. He's used to it. Trust me, he watched me make my halter top last time. He's used to it. Anyway, and then whenever I get back, B and I are probably gonna work on her sweater, which I'm really excited about. Tonight at 5:30 is my live. I have new things to show you all on the live. I'm so excited. And so yeah, tomorrow I thought about doing a crochet with me and ramblings, but if I'm already talking, then I kind of already got it out. So I'm probably going to do it down the rabbit hole tomorrow because it's been a while since I've done one of those, and I sure do like those. So I think tomorrow's down the rabbit hole. Pretty excited about that one. So we'll look forward to the happy things, right? That's what we do. So positive notes, down the rabbit hole, crochet with my baby. Stoked about that one. A live hangout with my friends with new things. I have new shorts. Barbecue. I don't care about the barbecue. I care about like hanging out. That's a fun time. Movie on the lawn. Here for that. So there are positives. But I will let you all know if you care. I feel like most of you do. What happens at the doctor today. Hopefully it all goes well. Hopefully I don't break down. We'll see. Also, real quickly, I don't know if I told you all this or not. Our little podunk town is getting a Starbucks. Y'all, like, we have a craft store and now we're getting a Starbucks. Like, I may never leave. I'm just gonna say it. I may never leave. I thought about after the doctor today, like running to the craft store. Not that I need anything or anything, but just like to have a happy, but then I'm gonna feel real bad if the kids aren't with me, so I doubt that I do that. But it sure would be nice to go stare at a wall of yarn after all of that, you know, just to, that sounds good. But anywho, so yeah, Craft store and Starbucks. Watch out, world. No, we don't have any decent place to buy clothes. That would be a ridiculous thing to put in. We have yarn and Starbucks, you know? So, anywho. Alright. It's time to go. Thank you all so much for listening to my Crochet Ramblings number 50-something. Crazy. There's more ramblings than crochet, but aren't they always? You know what I mean? Oh, also, I have some questions that beautiful Miss Rusty from like Mama Jigier and Rusty, that whole situation, those beautiful ladies. She put out some questions and I really want to answer them, so I think I'm going to do that. That'll probably be the next day. What would that be? Thursday? And then Thursday I have date night with my hubby. Excited about that one too. So, alright. So I thank you all so much for listening to my ramblings, my crochet ramblings. I hope you all have a wonderfully blessed day. Please stay safe, and I will talk to you all real soon.